Hey buds, today we smoke two strains with bad nicknames
We cover news stories ranging from a big bad brownie to back-to-back break-ins.
and a conversation about past presents and stoner stocking stuffers.
All of this and more today on the Good Buds podcast.
Let's consume.
Welcome to the Good Buds podcast, the show where good buds smoke good buds and talk about them. I'm Curtis,
I'm Shank.
and this is episode 64, airing Monday, December 13th, 2021 on Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and many more. Thank you for joining us.
Before we start, I'd like to thank Lumenspot and My High Shop for sponsoring this episode and all of the other ones before them. Check out their links down below in the description, and we will talk more about them later. So, Curtis, how you doing today, man?
I am doing fine. Everything's fine. Everything's just totally fine. Totally fine.
Uh, when you were screen sharing there earlier, I saw your Amazon cart. Man, you doing okay?
500 deep and still going.
Oh man,
I gotta
Jesus.
order soon because a couple of the things only have like three left in stock.
Ah, Jesus. Hopefully you got Prime.
Two left in stock. Shit.
Oh, if you got Prime though, it's really good because they'll actually stab one of the non-Prime customers, packers in the kidneys, and then take the package from them, the Prime
Oh,
employee. Yeah, like Hunger Games style.
sweet.
It's pretty cool. So yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you're
Well,
good.
I'm set there,
Yeah,
and I get to
yeah.
watch the new Dwayne Johnson movies.
Yeah,
All of
yeah.
them,
Not the Tooth
except
Fairy.
except for the Tooth Fairy and Jungle Cruise because that's Disney Plus.
Yep,
But other than that,
yep,
yeah, Christmas shopping's going good. That's basically what I'm doing, and yeah,
yeah.
I also shop for myself, including getting myself some cannabis, which I have
Ooh.
some today, and I will smoke
Ah.
for you in a little bit. But Shank, what do you smoke, or what? How are you today?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm pretty much same. Getting ready for the holidays. My cart's not quite that big, but it's it's a very expensive time of year for a lot of people. Thankfully, my family is not very gift oriented. They prefer my time because I'm such a reclusive person that just gracing them with my presence around the holidays is good enough for most of them. So I'm thankful for that. And just like yourself, I did also get some fantastic cannabis to burn for the buds at home today. I'm very excited to get to that. But before we do, I need to remind them at home, buds, if you're listening right now, which you should be, go check out our Facebook, go check out our Instagram, and check out our Twitter. There are some links below. We have some awesome, great behind the scenes content and some funny stuff that we post there regularly that you can check out. While you were there, make sure you click that follow button or subscribe button, whatever you want to hit, because you won't want to miss any of those notifications. Also, we have a Discord channel where you can hop in for some great conversation, and we check in daily. Pop in there, share memes, share strains, that kind of thing. Links will be downstairs. Check them out.
Absolutely, he's right. We love hearing from you. We love knowing what you got to say. We love it when you share your memes. And if you want to support the show a little bit further, you can check out our Patreon page and donate there. We have several tiers you can choose from, including behind the scenes stuff that you can, exclusive for Patreon, and the ability to listen in on the show live. Again, links are downstairs below. You can join for as low as $1, and you can join our other awesome patrons, such as Mr. Isaac and Mr. Benji Bills.
He's absolutely right. We very much appreciate our patrons. Thank them so much for donating to the show. But if you buds at home want to do something to help us for free, you can click that like button, click that comment bar, and click that subscribe because it'll absolutely help us to grow the podcast and to get in touch with you whenever we post something new.
Absolutely. And be sure to share this with all your buds so that way more buds can be more buds and be more buds.
110%. It's friends with weed podcasts or friends indeed podcast. So, what do you say we get all the reviews, Curtis?
I say yes.
Good Buds Review, Good Bud.
So, what will you be burning for the buds at home today?
Well, Shank, today I am smoking on Nick the Bruiser.
Nick the Bruiser?
Nick the Bruiser.
I think I met him
This,
once.
well, no, because you're still here.
Yeah, it's true.
You met Nick the Bruiser, you ain't coming back,
Yeah,
unless he
sounds
went
like
for coffee at your shop.
he sounds like a rough guy.
Exactly. He pretty much is. But it's weird. Even though it sounds rough, this is a hybrid strain leaning a little bit more towards the indica.
Hmm.
Not only slightly, it's 60-40. But this is a strain grown by Pure Flowers and packaged by Pressure Packs. The
Mm-hmm.
strain contains Fire 18 with an unknown OG strain, couldn't figure out that one, but they have figured out that it's Fire 18 at least.
Hmm.
Most people guess that it's Chem Dog, but again, I'm not sure. This strain was lab tested at 26.45% THC and 0.1% CBD. So very good on the healing capabilities and very good on the THC aspect as well.
Hell yeah.
In terms of the look of this strain, um, it is well, it's one large nug. I bu- I bought a 1/8 package. I bought an eighter,
Yeah,
and this is a 3.5 gram nug, single nug. It's fucking
that's
beautiful. It's also
that's
very
awesome.
natural looking. It has a little squish to it, but it's mainly a very dense nug and crunchy, kind of all the way around. Little crunch to it.
A little bit of
Uh,
crunch.
the color itself is a very nice light green with these very deep, dark basil or pine green on the tips of the leaves that just kind of stick out past the lighter stuff. This is complemented very nicely with these very nice, spiny, rust-colored hairs that kind of just spread evenly throughout the entire thing, and a nice deep coating of hair-like and sugar-like crystals that are also a very nice lighter green, kind of giving a nice little shimmer to it,
Yeah, I always
giving
love
some
that
nice
nice
coating
mix.
around it.
That
Oh
nice
yeah,
mix of crystal. Yeah.
absolutely. It's mixing all the way around. All of it looks very fantastic. And on top of that, we have a smell. That is very fucking weird for a combination, for sure, but it's nice. So it starts with a very woodsy and lemony citrus scent. Very front, very woodsy, very lemony citrus. After that, it immediately turns to a lemony chemical scent, kind of like lemon pledge.
Hmm.
Obviously not bad, but it just smells very clean,
Yeah.
kind of like that lemony cleaner type of smell. And on top of that, it has tones at the end that smell slightly skunky, and you also have this little bit of smell in the background that I've never ever really smelled before in weed, but it kind of smells like leather.
Oh, nice,
It kind of
nice.
has like that
I know what you mean.
fresh,
That musky, earthy, but not quite earthy, like leathery.
yeah, like
Yeah.
freshly tanned in a store, fucking not old style, fucking
Mm.
old used fucking horse leather. I'm saying like
Yeah, legitimate, good, crisp leather.
exactly. It's got
Nice.
that nice smell at the very end of it, which
Wow. Yeah. No,
I'm
I
actually
don't.
enjoying
Yeah.
that at the end of that lemoniness.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, it smells like Nick the Bruiser fucking sprayed him or just had himself like 3 whole lemons squeezed into his eyes, threw on some sunglasses and a leather jacket, and now he's coming to beat your ass.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting to get my ass kicked in with the taste, but we'll see that in a little bit. Shank, what are you gonna be smoking for the buds today?
Well, today I am going to be smoking Larry OG. It's got the lamest nickname.
Larry.
Yeah, the lamest nickname on the block, but the only reason that they don't call him anything else is because he'll cap you. Not really. He's a nice guy. He's a barber. But anyway, these nugs, man. Like honestly,
OG
this
Larry. You
yeah,
walk
he's
in and he
OG
gives you
Larry.
one kind of haircut.
Yeah, yeah. You only
$15
one
straight
kind of
up.
haircut, $15. Actually, no, it's been $5 for the last like fucking 30 years. He's never raised his prices.
No, it's a $5 haircut, but he expects a $10 tip at minimum,
Oh,
and you're
for
gonna
sure,
give it
for
to
sure.
him
And you give
because
it to
he's
him because
coolest.
he's Larry OG. But anyway, yeah, no, these nugs, man, I do love it because the name might not be the most intimidating, but these nugs definitely are good. They're good looking. Um, they're a medium-sized kind of perfect joint nug. You know, like those perfect. You grab one, you toss it, you got a joint, right? Which I love because I love being able to just reach into my container, grab the weed, and have it enough from one pinch.
Right.
Now the nugs are a nice, beautiful kind of like light shade of green. They're very light, almost like not quite jade, not quite. It's almost like a limeish, but not that bright shade of green. And
Right.
but it's hard to see because it has an abundant coating of red hair on the outside that completely like these nugs are very well trimmed, very well done, well trimmed nugs. But they have a rugged look because of the. It's almost like Tom Selleck's chest worth of red hair covering the outside of these nugs. You can't tell there's skin underneath it. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
like
Very
that kind of.
Magnum PI.
Yeah, very Magnum PI, right? Like, if this nug was wearing a Hawaiian shirt, the red hair would be like so much chest hair poking out of the top of it, right? And fucking it's an amazing aesthetic though because it really gives it this kind of wild look even though the nugs are extremely well trimmed. There's no sugar leaves or anything like that on these anywhere. But
Right.
it just looks rugged because of the amount of red hair on it. And for the crystal, there's not a whole lot. Maybe a fine dusting of light, very fine crystal. None of the big nodules like are the longer ones. But like just enough to kind of add a shimmer to the red hair. And honestly, even though I know that these were homegrown, they have the same level of trim as a store bought strain. Like this could have been, I could have taken this out of a package at the NSLC, and it would have
Right.
been the same level of care and like curing and everything given to the nugs. So the quality of this is fucking magnificent. Of course, I forgot to mention that Larry OG is known on the streets as Sour Larry. It's also known as Lemon Larry and Larry Sour. I gotta cover that. Yeah, it's got
Okay,
a
so it
few
does have a
aliases.
couple,
It's got a couple
different
aliases.
aliases.
He's gone by a few different names over the years, you know. It generally tests around 20% THC. My phenotype wasn't actually lab tested, so I don't 100% know for sure, but it does test regularly around 20%. Um,
Yeah.
it is a cross of OG Kush and SFG OG, which is San Fernando, I think, isn't it? Or what is it?
San Fernando Gorge, I think.
I can't, something like that. But SFG OG, and it's a cross of those. This one was grown from seeds that came from Pacific Seed Bank.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. Now that I got that out of the way, I forgot to cover that earlier. It's the smell. I got to cover the smell of these nugs.
Of course.
Oh man, I can tell why they used to call them Sour Larry and Lemon Larry now.
Oh yeah.
Because it's citrus, immediate citrus, and musk. It smells like a lemon that's been hanging out in a basement over everything else. Like the first thing I smell, lemon and musky, kind of like wet, not wet, but like that dampish basement smell, which is almost comforting.
Oh yeah.
Um, it has a little bit of a woody, kind of like grassy scent to it. Like it's like woody and grassy, kind of sharp, like in the sinuses.
Right.
But overall, it's just a nice kind of musky, cushy scent that really accentuates the lemoniness of the strain. I feel like the citrus is brought forward more because of that little kind of like musky,
Musky.
cushy kind of scent, right? So
Oh yeah.
obviously,
Well,
I'm
if you have a lemon sitting in your basement, you're gonna smell it eventually.
exactly right. I mean, lemons are very permeable, especially when they start rotting.
Exactly.
but uh, but yeah, man. Honestly, it smells fantastic, and I'm super duper duper excited to try more. But before we do, I need to recommend for the buds at home. If you're not watching our YouTube video, which you should be right now, because you can see these strains floating behind our heads as we talk about them. When we say, "Hey, they look like this," you'll see the pictures. Curtis puts them back there. They look
Yeah.
great.
It looks cool. We also have other content on our YouTube video, so you can subscribe there.
100%.
It'd be great.
Yeah, he's not wrong. And so what you should do is if you're not already on our YouTube channel, go check that out. But also check out our Instagram at Good Buds Podcast, where we post pictures of these nugs so that you can take your time whenever you feel like it. Go there, check us out, see the pictures of the nugs, maybe share with us some pictures of your nugs that you've got. You know, comment, let us know what you're thinking, and click follow because we will be notifying you buds through that.
Absolutely. And if you want some extra feed coming across your Instagram, you can check out my personal one over at Good Buds Curtis. I take some massive bong hits and show some behind the scenes of me editing the videos.
He absolutely does take some huge bong hits. And if you want some other content that's a little bit weird and esoteric and artsy, you can check my videos where I listen to elevator music and smoke cannabis over at Good Buds Shank on there. Also, I've been Twitch streaming lately. You can check that out too. Same name.
I
But
occasionally Twitch stream too over at
go
Good
check
Buds
him too.
Curtis, so
Yeah, make sure you click
okay.
those. Yeah, follow. Trust me, you'll want to do it because we do awesome shit there. But with that out of the way, man, Curtis, what do you say we try these out?
Absolutely. I have a bong packed right here, ready to go. Nick the Bruiser.
Yes, sir. And I have a bong pack right here of that Larry OG.
And hopefully the buds at home, you have some sort of weed with you. It doesn't have to match ours, but you just have to have something that you can put into your bong, into your bowl, into your joint, your blunt. You can have something in your vapes, your rigs, your pens. It doesn't matter.
If,
Hopefully you have an, or maybe you have an edible and you can take a bite
yeah,
of that.
yeah, take a munch.
It is time to blaze it. Tok tok skaboke.
Cook smoke. Oh.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Whew.
Okay. Okay. So Curtis, how's that tasting for you, man?
Nick the Bruiser is a softie.
Oh, oh,
He's just a big
shucks.
old teddy bear.
You know, the old teddy bear.
That was super fucking smooth, super easy to hit. Fucking, the taste was a slight bit of lemony,
Mm-hmm.
slight bit of like floral woodsy, a little bit.
Not bad.
No leather.
Okay. Well,
Um,
you win some, you lose some.
exactly. But really, not much of a taste to it, other than just like that very brisk, lemony, woodsy floral to it. But
Oh,
other than that, it's just a very light hit, very quick, doesn't really hurt too much, didn't really kill or anything. So I'm going to take another hit, hope for the best, and Shank, why don't you let the buzz know how yours is trying out for you?
well, this Larry OG, it has a very sweet, lemony and cushy kind of punch to it. It's not strong. It doesn't it doesn't hit strong on the lungs on the way in or on the way out, but it does have this kind of weird sensation where it like sits behind your eyes and makes me feel warm. And I may have a slight case of the tingles. So
Like
there
a
is
bit of
that.
tinkle.
A slight bit of tingles there from that toke. It wasn't a harsh toke. I wasn't obviously coughing a lot or anything like that. But
Right.
it was really really smooth. But it was left that nice warm feeling behind my eyes, which kind of gave me a nice light case of the tingles. So I like that.
But,
And
well,
obviously I want to burn more of it, but we need to
exactly. You
figure
gotta
shit
see
out
if
first.
anybody else had some tingles, and the only way
Of
to
course.
figure that out is to read some online opinions from other stoners who are online, as we are other stoners online, giving our opinions to the online.
Opinion.
Damn straight. And with that being said, this Nick the Bruiser, like, it's funny because even though it sounds like such a violent name and a strain that would hit you hard or something, it's
Yeah,
supposed to be a very chill and relaxing strain.
maybe it
It
knocks
actually
you
has,
out, and that's
well,
why it's called Nick the Bruiser.
it, it doesn't say any sleep, fucking thing. Like, it doesn't cause sleepiness or help with insomnia. However, this is a really good medical strain as it does help with anxiety, arthritis, chronic pain, muscle spasms, and nausea. So it does hit quite a
Yeah,
few
well
key parts,
balanced.
including nausea, which I didn't even think we could help with, really.
No, that's magnificent. Oh yeah, I smoke
Usually I
weed
smoke,
anytime I'm nauseous. Yeah, and I feel way better.
well, yeah, usually I do, but usually nausea is caused because I smoke so much that I have a fuck ton of munchies and I eat too much.
Yeah, but then
But
if you
anyway,
smoke a little bit more, you'll care less about throwing up.
true. And that's usually what ends up happening. However, this strain does also have the possibility of dry mouth, but as always, we got bevs nearby, we got snacks nearby, we got everything nearby. We are ready. And
Mhm.
Shank, how about you? What are they saying about your strain?
Well, Larry OG, it's a very highly reviewed strain online. People say good things about it. They do say it's a very relaxed, happy, and hungry strain. So it's known to
Hmm?
cause the munchies, obviously, but it's also known to cause dry mouth, dry eyes, and potential dizziness. But since it's known as a hungry strain, obviously the munchies are the main proponent of that. And like Curtis said, we are always situated with snacks nearby, beverages nearby because we are prepared. We are seasoned
Seasoned
stoners.
stoners,
Garlic powder,
garlic powder.
100%.
Absolutely. And on top of being seasoned, we also have some nice joints rolled up and ready to go for
Oh
our
yeah,
smoking pleasure.
right here. Yeah, it's beautiful.
But before we can do what we were meant to do with them, we have to take a dry hit and see if we can get a little bit more of a flavor profile.
Good buds ASMR moments. Whoa.
Mm. Mm.
What the fuck?
Hmm.
All right, Curtis, what are you getting out of that, man?
A lot more of that lemony,
Yeah.
a tiny bit of the leather, but then a huge hit of the skunkiness from the back that I didn't really expect.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's weird.
It kind of feels like I'm gonna get a lot more of an effect out of a joint, but I have no idea. Shank, how
Yeah.
about you? What are you feeling?
It's weird, man. It's like this pine tree, that flavor that was not there at all. I did not notice any kind of piney notes. Like before, it was very lemony, very kind of cushy, woody maybe, and
Right.
maybe a bit of grass, but never like pure pine needles. And it's like pine. It's like walking through a piney forest,
Chris Pine?
like crisp pine, like like
Damn.
accidentally running your mouth into crisp pine. It's like It's amazing. It's honestly it's incredible. This is fucking it's weird. The flavor came out of nowhere. It's very sweet, very good. But honestly, I'm
Hey,
more excited.
perfect for the fact that it's around Christmas time.
True. Yeah. This will count as my Christmas trees this year. See, that's the thing is
Your Christmas tree.
I can't have a real Christmas tree in my house though because I'm always burning trees. So I have to have an artificial tree.
So you just burn that instead.
No, that's fake. I don't burn fake trees. K2 is shit.
I meant that as an artificial tree, as in a tree substitution being your cannabis.
Oh man,
Just
seriously,
burn that.
I have some buds who are doing some indoor grows
Just
this year, and they've got like that one plant that's got a cute little ring of like super light Christmas lights around it, and it's adorable.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, I would just put a jar of fucking like an entire mason jar filled with an ounce of cannabis and then just put all my gifts under that.
Oh my god, yes, the Christmas trees.
The Christmas trees.
Oh,
That sounds like
great.
some shit I would do in college if I ever went.
That sounds like
But
if we ever made a Christmas movie.
sounds about
The
right.
Buds Podcast presents Christmas trees, a Christmas miracle.
But with all that, buds, we have joints here. It is
Yep.
time to blaze it. It is 4:20 somewhere. Hopefully you have your joints as well. You can have them rolled up, your blunts rolled, your bongs packed, bowls packed, vapes ready, rigs ready, edibles. It does not
Take another
matter.
bite.
It is time. Blaze. Approach kaboke.
Smoke, smoke.
Hunky-dory.
Oh, mungo. Humongo. Wow, okay,
Oh.
that was a little warmer.
Yeah, a little bit warmer. Definitely a lot hotter on the tongue.
Yeah,
Uh,
wow.
A little bit more to the lung, but for the most part, and a little bit more of the skunky that's coming through in a flavor that wasn't there before in terms of smoking. But yeah, and it's basically just a light lemon, a little bit of skunk, again, a little bit of that woodsy floralness, and
Yep.
just a lot harsher, it seems.
Yeah, I was
It
gonna
does
say,
hit the lungs very smoothly, but inside the mouth when it first hits, it's definitely a lot warmer, a lot
yeah,
spicier.
I'm a lot more species, and mine is honestly similar. Very similar kind of thing. It's like a lot of the same flavors that I was getting through the bong hit, except like amplified a little bit. And I noticed the first toke was very punchy, which is always good because sometimes the first toke isn't always very punchy. But it was punchy from the get go, and it's still giving me that nice warm feeling behind my eyes, which I like. I do enjoy that in a good toke. So,
Oh yeah.
man, this is balling. But you know me, I'm a joint man. I love me some joints.
Absolutely.
I love sitting on them, like puffing them. Like just a big fan.
I definitely think that this is going to be one of those strains that as soon as I'm halfway through this joint, it's going to definitely hit me a little harder because
Mhm.
now it's starting to hit me and I'm starting to get to that relaxed couch lock
Yeah, you
kind
got
of
that
state.
feeling, that vibe already.
In
And
fact,
like I said, man, it might be a sleeper
I'm
strain.
going
It
to
might be
push
one
my.
of those things that's like maybe it's Nick the Bruiser, and they're like, we're gonna call Nick the Bruiser, and he shows up to your house, and it's like this little fucking like 4 foot tall like fucking dude, and he like looks a bit like a wiener, and you're like, that's Nick the Bruiser, and then he knocks your ass out. So like maybe that's what this weed's doing. His name is Nick the Bruiser. It's an intimidating name. You're kind of scared when it shows up. Then you smoke it and you're like, this ain't shit, man. And you're just sitting there, you're smoking it, you're like, this isn't anything. And then like it knocks your ass out. Just like by the time
Well,
we get to the conversation, you're gonna be like, I'll be like, right, Curtis?
uh, well, we'll figure that out in a moment when we get to that. But as of right now, we have to get to our wonderful, fantastic ad spot.
Do you like fashionable and unique clothing? Do you like things that shine super bright when exposed to light? Do you like discounts? Do you like advertisements that ask, do you like, over and over, knowing there is no direct way for you to answer back? If you answered yes to all of these questions, or even just the first three, check out lumenspot.com for some lit clothing and accessories, and use the code GoodBudsPodcast at the checkout for 50% off and free shipping. Thank you, Lumenspot, for sponsoring us, and thank all of you for listening. Check it out today with the link below in the description.
Thank you very much, Lumen Spots.
So cool.
Now, other things that are cool is knowledge.
Knowledge. Books. Lamborghinis.
Books, Lamborghinis, things on the TV and on the telly and on the interwebs, such as news, weed news, worldwide. We'll bring it to you. And our first story today in Weed News Worldwide is a pretty big one if you even Google weed news. It comes
Yeah.
up way before us. We're on like page 34 or something.
Damn.
Um,
We were on page 50 before. That's fucking sweet.
I know, right? We're getting up in the world.
Moving on
I'm getting up
up.
right now. But with all, but link will be downstairs in the description. The news story that we have comes to us from WHDH.com.
Mhm.
7 Action News, Boston. And this is the story that'll come up if you search for weed right
Yeah,
now.
this week, yeah.
A, a Massachusetts based cannabis operator unveils that they have made the world's largest pot brownie.
Now, keep in mind, not through Guinness, because Guinness is a wiener, and they don't do weed stuff anymore.
Exactly. But without a doubt,
But we know.
unless somebody comes up with some fucking pictures fast, yeah, this is definitely the
All right,
record as of right now.
trademarking it right now. Good Bud's Book of Weed Records, because if Guinness isn't going to touch those kind of records, we will.
Absolutely. I'll fucking keep track of that
We're gonna
shit all
start
day long.
correlating. We're gonna start. I will tell people to submit weed records to us, and we will document them and like fucking keep the evidence and like definitively leaderboard right now.
All right,
Fucking keep your eyes out, buds. Subscribe to
we'll get
shit so
that.
you get notifications.
We'll get to that later. But anyway, so a cannabis company based out of Massachusetts unveiled the world's largest pot brownie in honor of National Brownie Day on Wednesday.
Woo!
Uh, it
I
is
had my
called
brownie.
Mary. It is called Mary Med, and it's based in Norwood, Massachusetts, specifically. Um, and they celebrated the launch of their new brand, Bubby's Baked, by creating a larger-than-life version of their new soft bake brownie bites that is believed to be the world's largest THC-infused brownie ever made.
That's
Uh,
fantastic.
I mean, obviously, nothing this big has ever come out other than maybe like an Onion news world or news documentary or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. They're like world's largest THC gummy bear eaten by 3 real bears.
Exactly. Some fake bullshit like that. But
Yeah.
this gigantic brownie that is real, it measures 3 feet wide by 3 feet long, is 15 inches tall, and weighs a whopping 850 pounds. This contains over 20,000 milligrams of THC,
Holy shit, that thick.
according to their confectioners.
With like
Um,
5 C's.
Absolutely. Bubby's Bake new line of soft chew edible bites are available through Massachusetts, including at Mary Med's Panacea Dispensary in Middleborough.
Yeah.
But regardless, there you have a picture accompanying this of 5. I don't know if it's all the bakers, but at least 5 of them
You mean
who were,
baked earth?
yeah, bakers. These guys look high as fuck.
They're having a good fucking day.
And come to think of it, the brownie does look like a little bit of it may have gotten spooned out a little bit. It may
Yeah,
have just collapsed because of air pockets, but
It's like, oh no,
I
I accidentally took some of the middle inside part to test it.
yeah. So
5 times.
yeah, from right to left, you got girl who's like, I did a thing. You got guy who's like, I'm happy that this is my job. You got the girl who's like, I'm the manager.
Yeah,
Keep it
I'm the
cool,
manager.
keep it
Keep it
cool.
cool.
Next to her, you have the girl who is definitely the highest. She has been laughing her
Oh,
ass
yeah.
off nonstop for 10 minutes. She is beet red. She had to put a mask on just to cover it, so
Yeah.
it didn't look like she was laughing her ass off that hard.
And she's squinting like the sun's in her eyes.
And yeah, and matching her squinting is also the girl on the far left who is squinting, lean back. She has fucking a scene from Scary Movie 3 stuck in her head,
Straight
and
up.
it's just playing on repeat, and she
Straight
cannot
up.
help herself.
These people are baked as hell.
Absolutely. And so does that brownie, which, if you didn't know that it was a giant THC brownie, it honestly looks like a giant block of fucking black tar heroin.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's a
say
little
like
dark.
either that or like black hash, like some kind of like tar hash or something like that. Like it's
It is pretty freaking dark.
yeah, but I mean, hey, that honestly, I'd be willing to take a slice.
But of course, at a large, level with deep or cocoa butter, fucking THC butter and shit like that all mixed in there, obviously it's going to probably get a lot darker than what the normal confectioner would look like. So,
Yeah, and the density of it's probably going to absorb all the light in the room anyway.
exactly. Now, here's the thing. Is this a one-off thing that they just made? Or are they going to make these in order to make their bites? Like, just make giant fucking THC-infused brownies and then just cut them into bite
That would be
sized pizzas
genius.
from there.
Like that would be fucking genius. So just cut it into sheets, then cut the sheets into cubes, and then boom, you're done. Bob's your uncle. and we don't have
Exactly.
an uncle named Bob.
You don't have to make long sheets of THC infused shit. You can just make
Yeah,
one giant fucking brownie and then cut it up.
yeah.
I think that's
Bam.
genius.
Fucking marketing genius right here. Hire us, guys. We'll fucking give you those ideas for free now, but
Mary
you gotta
Med,
pay us
if
for
you're
the next one.
listening,
That one's free, but
absolutely.
the
And
next one
we're
you gotta
even
pay.
giving you coverage, just like 7 News Boston did. Like we said, links down there's in the description.
Yep,
There's other news outlets that covered it. So, like I said, just type in weed news, and I
it's everywhere.
guarantee
It's
it'll pop
everywhere.
up in the coming week.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Oh, but with
But
all
yeah.
that, Jenk, what is your next news
Well,
story?
for my story, my story moves away from moist brownies to moist land masses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some bad shit going on, obviously.
Oh no.
No, yeah, there's some bad shit going on in BC right now. There's some very severe weather going on. There's a lot of flooding, a lot of washed out roads, a lot of washed out bridges, a lot of train tracks that are inaccessible, that kind of thing, right?
Right.
So weed retailers are concerned that empty shelves are gonna start pushing cannabis consumers back to the legacy, air quotes, legacy cannabis market.
Right.
And that wouldn't be good for them because if they go back, now, well, there's a flooding going on and stuff like that. Once the stores open back up, they're not gonna, they might not get customer retention back. Customers might be like, well, fuck it, my buddy Bob had my back when the flood happened, and fucking, like I'm going to my buddy Bob. He's got great weed.
Of
So
course.
fucking so there's some issues with this because extreme weather, like I said, has worsened supply chain issues that already were exacerbated by COVID-19. Like COVID-19 has fucked a lot of producers and their ability to grow cannabis in Canada. Like for
Right,
for a
right.
country that sounds surprisingly like cannabis, we're having a hard time growing it in enough quantity for our people to smoke it, which is why we need to start importing from the states. But come on, government, get your head in the game. I want to be able to legally import and export cannabis. Thank you.
Yes.
But anyway, so according to Marijuana Business Daily, MJ some independent cannabis retailers argue that the need is very pressing to curb the delays and holdups that threaten the receipt of supply from the province-owned BC liquor distribution branch, because everything is done through the government, of course, because like I said, the
Right.
government in Canada wants very firm control over cannabis, at least initially, just so say for the same reason that a lot of state governments don't privatize it initially. They make it government owned for the first like 3, 4, 5, whatever years, just to see what happens when they legalize it and how to manage it, and then they privatize after a little while to be like, fuck it, we don't want to handle it anymore. We got other things to do.
Right.
So that's what we're hoping they're doing now because New Brunswick already is moving towards that, and BC, they have more independent retailers and stuff like that, but they still have to operate through the government directly. So basically, Peter Hall, a transportation and logistics researcher and a professor at Simon Fraser University, said that the fix for southwestern BC's supply chain issues demands dramatically improving the damaged rail and road infrastructure. So not only do they have to just repair the roads that were washed out, they need
They
to,
have to
yeah,
majorly overhaul and fix them.
exactly, make them better and make sure that this never happens again, because BC is getting more and more prone to, like, with climate change,
Yeah.
it's happening, and BC is getting more and more prone to flooding. Like Canada's getting
Right.
hit really fucking hard by it. Like our weather is fucked. It was 22 degrees Celsius the other day outside this late in fall. And
Yeah.
today we're buried in half a foot of snow. And I just
That's a
switched
little.
between metric and imperial, and I don't give a fuck. like,
Yeah.
but
It's
like,
pretty ridiculous.
it's crazy, right? So like the weather is crazy as fuck, and obviously with the weather getting crazier, BC is getting hit hard by it because on the west coast they're very warm and they get flooding a lot, and it washes out the roads because the ground over there is already rocky,
Course.
'cause the mountains.
But I'm
So,
pissed.
but I'm discs. So basically, what they're trying to look at is they're looking at other options and other avenues with which to get cannabis to BC. They want to figure out better railways, better roadways, that kind of thing. But I mean, Curtis and I kind of like when I was telling him that this was the story I was going to cover before the podcast. Kind of like we were spitballing some ideas, and I had two. One of them. You remember those buds from the helicopter, Curtis?
Yeah.
Okay, we should just
Guys who
get.
fucking tried to smuggle them across the border.
Yeah, and then well,
Well, they
allegedly,
success.
allegedly, like
Well,
they
they
never got.
successfully put
Yeah,
stuff across the border, but
yeah,
they
but
unsuccessfully
allegedly,
landed.
yeah, allegedly they transported cannabis, allegedly, and they
Right.
dropped it allegedly, and But anyway, and then the police took their helicopter and they want it back because it's their helicopter. The cops should give these dudes back their helicopter and be like, all right, you can have this back on one condition: we're turning you into a Canadian type of Suicide Squad where you have to fly in order to get your freedom and your helicopter back. You need to fly weed from here to BC and drop it off in a parking lot somewhere, and then fly back and do that, like public service shit, like
Oh yeah.
I think that'd be a good idea, and the other idea was just to get Quebec to launch like rockets that have weed just strapped to them and no explosives from Quebec into BC, and just I'm sure they'd have no problem with that.
I think it would be a good idea, but I think Canadians are too peaceful even to blast weed-filled missiles at each other.
Yeah, but
Well,
we're talking
I know
about
it's Quebec, but
Yeah, I mean it's Quebec, right? They
look,
don't like Canada as much as the rest of Canada likes Canada.
I know, but if anything else, it's the rest of Canada being like, "All right, we're tired of your shit." Um,
You're not wrong.
but
You're not wrong. But
with all that,
yeah,
I would think, yeah, Operation BC re-up would be a
yeah, exactly.
definite
Get those dudes in the
successful
helicopters
mission.
to do weed drops. It'd be like water bombing a forest fire, but
Like
weed bombing stores.
it's like the Berlin airlift.
Yeah, yeah. When they just fly it in, like fly low, fly fast, and then just detach the hook that's holding the weed crate, and it would just
Care package inbound.
yeah, care package inbound.
Dank
Oh.
package inbound.
Yeah, exactly right.
Oh, yeah.
That would cover it. It'd be fantastic. But essentially, they're saying also another big thing is that a lot of cannabis comes from outside of BC right now. That's sold in BC. So like BC cannabis, surprisingly
Which is
enough, is
interesting.
sold in other parts of Canada,
Right.
but more locally they get imported cannabis to the government, right? Because it comes from government facilities which are majorly located in Alberta, Ontario, and parts of Quebec.
Right, right.
Right, so and New Brunswick, and obviously Nova Scotia has a ton of dispensaries. Nova Scotia is king of shit of growing weed. We've got like more dispensaries per capita than any other province, but basically, I mean, or growth. I mean, not dispensaries, but I mean growth. Growth places producers, agricultural producers, which is fantastic. It's just awesome. Go Nova Scotia. But anyway, what they're saying is that they need to have a direct supply system where they can get cannabis directly from local producers delivered to the stores so that they can sell it immediately. You know what I mean? But
Right.
it's not something that the government has in place right now, and it is something that they're working with, the government, and the government's attempting to figure out a means to do that and still contain their control with, like making sure everything is regulated and moderated and properly tested, that kind of thing, right?
Right, right.
So it's fairly interesting, but overall, I mean, like Curtis said, Operation, BC re-up. They got to get on that, fix the roads. My sister lives in BC. My older sister lives in BC, and she's thankfully safe. But she, during the major storms, lost power and everything like that, and has several friends who are in perilous situations right now because of the roads and everything else. So hopefully
Oh,
BC
yeah.
gets the help it needs and the weed it needs immediately, because I would know I would want to smoke a joint if my house got flooded.
Oh fuck.
I'd be like, what the fuck else am I gonna do?
I
I'd be
want to
like,
smoke some weeds.
I'd be like, for fuck's sakes, everything is ruined. I'm gonna smoke a joint, so I'm less upset about everything being ruined.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, if you guys want to check it out, the link will be down below. It's from thegrowthop.com, fantastic news source. They cover some great weed stuff, so just click the link down below if you want to read more into that story. There's some links you can follow from it that give you more details about stuff, so check it out.
Absolutely. And with that, our next news story that we have for you is kind of a downer, but a funny one at that. Not really funny, but you'll get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So this comes to us from ktvu.com, link downstairs in the description. And this is a Oakland cannabis business who was hit twice in a back-to-back burglary.
Oof.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh man, it got hit once, waited a couple weeks, and then they got hit again. Hang right there, buds. All right, so an Oakland cannabis delivery service in the latest in the Bay Area's cannabis industry to be hit by a gang of thieves. They struck Presto Canna in the city's Fruitvale neighborhood not once, but twice this week in back-to-back burglaries. Within the same week. Now, not only within the same
Wow.
week, mind you, they first struck early Monday morning, just after 3 a.m. The group of men was captured on surveillance cameras, prying open a gate with crowbars, killing the power, and then prying open the front door of Lawrence Webb's delivery service building. Lawrence Webb, obviously, being the owner of the
Yeah.
delivery. Alarms at the building went off, neighbors called the police, and Webb says by the time Oakland police arrived, the thieves were already gone. Police say that they were responding to a priority violent call at the time, so, it was like, we'll finish up this, and then we'll get there as fast as we can.
Yeah, it makes sense. They probably just busted in, the alarm went off,
Yeah.
they grabbed as much weed as they could, and then, like, took off. And then
Exactly.
the cops showed up a little bit too late, obviously, because fucking, they were doing
Right.
other more important
So-
shit.
So Webb says that the mass thieves, some carrying guns, then made off with as much of his cannabis product that morning as they could. So like I said,
Man.
this all happened Monday morning, just after 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Now, the fun part, on Tuesday, one of the suspects returned.
Seriously?
A day later.
One day.
Yep. Just in shock, really, that they had the audacity to come back, said Webb. He assumed that it was just with the he assumed that nobody would be coming in because the police had set up metal bars and a barrier and a whole, police line for the
Yeah.
investigation and stuff. So he figured nobody would be coming in or out. This time, the suspects spent nearly 2 hours coming and going from the building, clearing out whatever was left. Anything that was remaining in terms of cannabis. There was equipment from his car detailing business that was inside as well, and they even
Oh,
took some
no.
of his paintings
Oh.
off the wall, just like Thief Simulator. So yeah, they literally
Well, they probably knew the alarm would be disabled, because why would they reactivate the alarm when they're, the place
already
got
have-
robbed?
the place already got robbed. They have
The cops were
barricades.
already there.
It's assumed police presence is on the place, but I guess
Yeah.
obviously this really wasn't the case because they just got in. They had free reign to go in and out.
Yeah, here's probably what
between
happened.
the-
The cops were probably sitting out front, like watching the store. Then they got another violent call, as soon as they drove away,
They might not even-
the thieves were like, "Oh fuck, let's go in."
I mean, this is in fucking Oakland, in fucking California, so
They might not have been able
they
to
prob-
afford to park a cop car, just to leave it there.
exactly, just for one single
Yeah.
delivered business.
Yeah.
But regardless, between the stolen product, the items, the damage, everything like that, Webb estimate that he's down around $50,000 right now.
Oh man, that's rough.
And it hurts because he put everything he had into buying the building, applying for the licensing. Took him 9 months just to build this place out, and it's hard watching it all just disappear in a matter of minutes, which absolutely sucks. We feel for Lawrence Webb for sure.
Yeah,
He's been
100%.
forced to temporarily close his business. Obviously, he's got nothing to sell, really.
Yeah.
And he is currently offering a $5,000 reward for any information leading to an arrest. So, if you're in the Oakland, California area, and you have any information leading to an arrest that would help out Lawrence Webb and his business, Presto Canna, it would be really nice, because that sucks that this guy had to deal with that shit.
Yeah, straight up, dude's trying to bring weed to the people, and people be stealing the weed. Come on now,
Mm-hmm.
that's just not nice. It's just not nice.
Absolutely. But with that being said, again, links downstairs below. Check it out. Help this man out if you can.
Yeah, 100%. And for my next story, and I believe this is the final story of the evening, comes from marijuanamoment.net. Link will be down below. This is basically a story about politics and some annoying aspects of it. So essentially, Ohio activists prove that local cannabis decriminalization initiative had enough signatures to make the ballot that it had missed after doing a recount.
What?
So essentially in Ohio, cannabis activists have successfully proved that they turned in enough valid signatures to put a local decriminalization initiative before Kent voters after having missed the 2021 ballot due to a verification error on the part of county officials. Yeah, so the Portage County Board of Elections initially told the Sensible Cannabis campaign that they were 4 signatures short of qualifying the measure to be voted on earlier this month.
Yeah.
But but the activists were skeptical of that, and they did their own investigation, ultimately finding out that officials had incorrectly marked several signatures as invalid.
Hmm.
Mark Brown, a law professor at Capital University, had the idea to reach out to people whose submissions were deemed invalid and have them complete affidavits affirming that they had, in fact, signed a petition in support of placing cannabis reform on the local ballot. After an independent review, the board announced last month that the campaign had gathered 815 valid signatures, which is about 10 more than what they needed to secure a place on the ballot earlier this month.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, I mean it's good, but it also means that they're going to have to wait until the next ballot, right? Which is probably
Not
going to
good.
be next. Obviously, it's going to be next year because it's December. It's they're not going to be putting it on the table until next year at least, right? So basically, the plan at this point is for the elections board to notify the Kent City Council of its findings and see how the local lawmakers want to move forward. They could put the measure before voters at a future election, which is what they're planning right now, pass an
Right.
ordinance legislatively that reflects the Sensible Cannabis Initiative. So basically, just decide to pass the bill anyway. Be like, all right, we'll vote. We don't need a vote on it. We'll just pass it.
Right.
Or take no action and likely face a legal challenge from the people who had the petition because they will sue if they don't. Like we had the amount of the people you're supposed to represent are telling you to vote a specific way, and if they deny that, then they're not doing their jobs because they work for the people. So it says here that if officials do opt to put the initiative on the ballot, it's not clear when voters will get the chance to decide on it. Some advocates say it could appear on a May primary ballot, but others think that it might need to wait until next November's general election, or even a separate special election that they would hold earlier in the year. So they would call a special election earlier in the year and vote on it then, right?
Right.
Um, so it's it's really interesting because Kent was several of the Ohio cities that activists targeted for last month's election. Voters in 7 cities passed the measures effectively decriminalizing personal marijuana possession, which is great. So we've
Right.
got a bunch of cities decriminalizing cannabis possession. Thumbs up. Proud of you. Keep
Of
doing that.
course. We all fucking love that.
Yeah, keep
Yeah.
doing that. Legalization's even better. Next, but one step at a time. Baby steps. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. So, like lots of municipalities and lots of different places are currently working on getting decriminalization, but it appears that some municipalities, like this one, are resisting what the people are voting for. Like people are writing petitions saying, "Hey, we want legalized or decriminalized cannabis, please, thank you." And there are enough of them that it makes a difference. Like it's a majority, but some of the lawmakers are either neglecting to turn in the ballot on time, or neglecting to vote in favor of whatever their constituents want in favor of what they're morally they morally feel themselves, and
Right.
that's not your job, fam. It's like a person at McDonald's saying, no, you want hash browns, not french fries. Like, fuck you, I want french fries.
That's okay, honey. You can have French fries tomorrow.
It's like, exactly, right? It's like, but yeah, but tomorrow you guys are you're not selling french fries tomorrow, so don't tell. Yeah, exactly, right? So in this situation, clearly they really are working hard towards this, and if you are located in Ohio, and you have the possibility to vote on this, or find that petition, which I believe there is a link on this article down in the description. You could click on it if you feel like it, and I believe that that will lead you somewhere where you can check out a petition or the petition to add your name to it if you live in Ohio and you're a valid resident of that area or whatever.
We
So
know we're gonna be telling Good Buds Isaac to fucking do it.
100%, 100%, because he is located around that area. So
Yes.
when he's not in his fourth dimensional pocket, that's where he likes to hang out. I don't know why. Oh, no one wants to hang out in Ohio, right? But except for Drew Carey, he likes Ohio.
Anyway,
But anyway, there's more to this article, but it is just basically a lot of very interesting legal and informational mumbo jumbo about Ohio Republican lawmakers announcing bills and everything else, and that aren't directly pertaining to what this petition was for. So hopefully they get an election on it soon. They don't do, the whole filibuster thing where they never let it get to the docket and they just kind of read Moby Dick.
Right.
Like, or the entirety of the script of Star Wars or whatever.
That would be unfortunate.
That would be unfortunate. Unlimited power would be my favorite part to get to.
Call me Ishmael.
But marijuanamoment.net. You can find that link down below. That is where you will find that story, and I believe that I think that's it.
All right.
Yeah,
And with all of that, and all of that stuff.
Yeah, that stuff.
That's it for Weed News Worldwide. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us for that segment of Weed News Worldwide. Obviously, we are going to jump into the next segment, but before we do, we need to have another word from one of our beautiful ad spots.
Hey buds, you really want to show off your love of marijuana, or just really shine at your next smoke session? You really want to go to myhighshop.com for some of the coolest cannabis clothing and accessories. They have shirts, sweats, jewelry, grinders, and even pipes made out of amethyst crystals. You can check them out using the link below and let them know I sent you by using code GoodBudsCurtis at checkout. You can save 35% off your entire order and free shipping. Again, that's code GoodBudsCurtis at checkout. Thank you to myhighshop.com, and let's get back to the show.
Thank you, My High Shop. Appreciate you big time.
Fuck yeah, we do. You got some cool shit.
Yeah.
And speaking of nothing, Shank, how are you feeling?
Definitely not nothing. I feel fantastic, man. This is good weed. I get the happy part of it. I do feel very uplifted and happy. A little peppy, but I feel very heavy in my chair. I feel like I'm like, kind of like, stuck down a little bit, but not in a bad way. I am very comfortable. I am very happy. And overall, yeah, man, I like this strain. I like it. It's that little bit of a tingle still there, which I always enjoy. A little case of the tingles. I don't, however, do not feel sleepy, and I do have a minor case of the munchies. I have been clandestinely grabbing some chips, waiting for this portion of the show to let you buds know. I've been kind of sneaking chips throughout the episode here because this weed almost immediately gave me a case of the munchies. I've been every now and then popping a little chip in the mouth there and chewing when you were telling your stories and stuff. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Curtis, how are you feeling, man? How's your strain treating you? How you feeling?
I'm doing pretty well, man. I'm doing pretty damn well. I'm still adding more stuff to my Amazon list right now, but that's because
Okay.
I'm relaxed, I'm high, and I'm gonna forget everything. So it's gonna be more of a surprise for everybody when everything arrives.
That's the best time to shop. The best time to shop is when you're baked out of your gourd because then you don't quite remember exactly.
Even you're
what you got.
surprised by what you got.
Whoa, man! Who bought this for me? Curtis, you bought that for yourself, bro.
Whoa! All right.
RGB
yeah.
butt plug. Who would buy that for me? Past Curtis,
Me.
you scallywag.
They have those with tails.
They do.
Like, it's a tail, but it's an RGB and it lights up and everything else. And oh my god, I'm sorry. Anyway, but yeah, I'm feeling nice, chill. I'm feeling relaxed. My mind is still working. I'm definitely not tired,
Yeah.
but yeah, and I don't feel like I have any aches, pains, or anything like that. I do have an itchy ass ankle, but that's beside the point.
Goddamn it.
So it sounds like I might survive through the conversation, which we are about to get to as soon as we smoke up this bong that I have packed right here next to us.
And I have a bong packed right here next to me.
And hopefully the buds, you also have bongs packed next to you, or bowls packed, or joints rolled, or blunts rolled, or all the other shit that don't matter. It is time to blaze it. Toke, skip oak. And then it is the time that we get to the conversation.
Hey buds, welcome to another wonderful conversation portion of the show. Today we are once again joined by Isaac. Hi Isaac. And obviously Curtis is still here.
And Shank is still here.
And I'm still here, yeah, that's right. And so what we're going to be talking about today is, since the holidays are on their way, Christmas shopping is in high gear, we figured we would talk about some interesting gifts that we've gotten in the past, as well as some interesting gifts, for stoners and, white elephant kind of exchanges and that kind of thing. Just
Just a whole bunch of
Miscellaneous,
stuff
yeah.
relating to gift giving.
Yeah, just miscellaneous gift shit. So we figured, yeah, we'd talk about that today and just kind of get that out of our system.
Absolutely. If you like this, or if you have some other stories that pertain to what we're talking about today, by all means, comment down below wherever you respectfully can. Let us know on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Like, comment, subscribe, shit. You know what to do. Do the fucking shit.
Yeah, just 100%. Make sure you do the thing with the thing so that you get the notifications. Whether it's clicking that little bell or slapping that little like button with your love
Right,
button, or you know how it is.
Now, speaking of doing the things with the things, though, I have a bong here, and we can do a thing with this thing.
Oh, me too. I have one right here.
All right, now I have mine packed with Nick the Bruiser. You got some of that Larry OG, correct?
Hell yes, Larry
The
OG.
Bruiser.
Damn right.
Yeah, he's got
And
Nick the Bruiser.
Nick the Bruiser. Now,
Sounds
Isaac,
like a
what do you-
mafia name.
It really looks like a mafia guy too. I mean, just look at the packaging.
Oh yeah,
Nick
100%.
the Bruiser.
Nick the Bruiser. Now, Isaac, what are you going to be sipping on, drinking on, smoking on for us?
More body armor.
Looks like a
Oh,
bottle of
yeah.
Nesquik.
I was gonna
No,
say that looks
it's-
like the old
It's
Henry
Tropic
Milk.
Punch body armor, sir.
All right.
Root punch?
Tropic.
Tropic.
Punch.
Tropic punch.
Tropic Punch. Ooh. He's getting
Yeah.
he's getting tropical with us.
Damn right.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna get fuck it, I'm smoking. It's time to blaze it. Coke, coke, kaboke.
Took smoke buds. Oh,
Figaro, Figaro, Figaro.
delicious.
All right.
Absolutely.
So, gifts, gift giving.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful time of year. Fucking non-denominational. It doesn't have to be. It could be Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Fucking just randomly giving
Hell
shit
yeah.
to people.
Yeah. The season of
So-
giving.
Absolutely. So, with that, again, I mean, obviously, we've all lived through some form of gift giving exchange during these holiday seasons,
Mm-hmm.
unless you're a Jehovah's Witness, in which case I feel super bad for you. But
and how are you listening to us right now? How is this okay and presents aren't?
fuck if I know.
I don't know.
Oh.
But subscribe while you're here.
Thank you.
Jehovah
Appreciate it.
would want you to. He told me.
I'm right. He witnessed us.
It's true.
So,
Witness me.
We've all given or received gifts at some point, and it's safe to assume that we've probably gotten some things that were either a joke gift, or we've given something that was a joke gift, or some
Yeah.
weird shit, yada yada, blah blah blah. I don't know.
Absolutely.
So, how about we go ahead around the table and just talk about some of the strange gifts, first off, that we've received.
Yeah. That's good. Now, Isaac, do you have any examples off the top of your head?
Yes, I got two.
Awesome.
Okay.
What do you hit us with? What you got?
All right, so the first one actually I have right here. I have. My mom bought me a metal thing, like a little metal thing,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is when I used to say "same" a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
So the metal thing says "same."
That's fantastic. It's in like that live, laugh, love kind of font,
Yes,
and it's
Very
just
nice
the same.
cursive. Just says same.
same,
Same.
You
I will
still,
send
you
the
still
picture.
say you still say same a lot.
same. I will send picture to throw up. And
No, yeah. We'll see if we can slap that up there. But that's a good little weird gift.
And
When you say
my
that,
second one is me and my friend were arguing to my mother and her boyfriend about how Keanu Reeves was a really good actor.
Yeah.
And, because of John Wick, Bill and Ted, Matrix. And my mom
Right.
said she's never seen a good movie of Keanu Reeves. And I'm like, how
Clearly
can you
she's
never
never
see a
seen
good
Speed.
movie? Keanu Reeves is breathtaking,
And
because
everything.
He is.
All the John Wicks. the
So-
Matrices.
so my mom got me
You're
a
breathtaking,
blanket that has 8 different pictures of Keanu Reeves on it with a heart in the middle that says Keanu Reeves, he's breathtaking.
Oh my god, that's fantastic. Now you can sleep
That's
with Keanu
amazing.
Reeves every night.
Yes, I have it hanging up in my room actually. I don't know if I ever showed you guys, but
That's fucking fantastic. That sounds like
Yeah.
a great gift.
Gotta display it in full glory as opposed to, getting cum stains on it every night.
I mean, that's
Nope.
true.
it's gotta
Hey,
That's-
just because it's hanging on his wall doesn't mean he's treating it like a scoreboard, man. Now he's got to, like,
Which
range
face?
targets. Which face is he gonna try to hit?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to dirty the blanket, so
No,
I
yeah,
use
keep
my
it off your
Cleveland
bed,
Browns blanket.
Hey,
Hell
makes
yeah.
sense.
Hell yeah, that
Um,
thing's starched. So Curtis,
Oh, yeah.
obviously those are some good ones. I think I like those. Those are both
Yeah.
strange, but obviously pertaining to yourself and
course.
well thought out. Curtis, do you have any similar kind of gifts?
Well, I got a couple different things. First one's a little side off one there. It not really around this holiday, but gift giving. For my
Yeah.
16th birthday, I specifically asked all my friends that I wanted as seen on TV products strictly.
Nice.
Oh my god!
You're gonna love my nuts.
I got a
You're gonna love
ShamWow.
my nuts.
I got
Hell
a slap.
yes!
I got a slap chop from my at the time girlfriend.
Nice.
Fuck yes!
And let's see, what else did I get? I got something else that was just like a small as seen on TV product. I can't even remember at this
Was it a
point.
clapper?
It wasn't a clapper.
Oh
I asked somebody for a clapper, but he said no, fuck you.
man, can you imagine?
Like,
you start
wow,
you,
dickhead.
you start doing it, and your lights just start flashing on and off because you're clapping them cheeks.
That'd be amazing. But yeah, so that's just a one side off. In terms of Christmas, I remember specifically my uncle got me this one gift, huge fucking box, heavy as shit. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Like all my other stuff were cards and stuff like that. I'm like, finally, I got a gift. I got some toys, something cool. It's gonna be incredible. Heavy box,
weighty.
big box. I open up the packaging and it's just like this big brown box. I'm like, oh boy, I wonder what's inside. Cut open the fucking box. There's a cinder block inside. Taped to that cinder block is a fucking Walmart gift card for $20.
Oh my god, dude. Hey man,
I
cinder
wasn't-
block. That's like what like $5 value?
What up?
I said cinder block. What's that, like $5? That's
It was a
pretty good.
broken. It was a broken one.
Oh man.
Like somebody karate kicked it or stuff, and he's just like, just throw it in there for extra weight.
toss it in there. Yeah, that's
Jesus.
hilarious, man.
But yeah, so that's what I got. It was fucking hilarious. I still used the gift card and went and bought myself a toy, but I'm like, big box. I thought I was getting something big toy.
Yeah,
boy.
yeah, but
I got
Shit.
big fucked.
Yeah, big fucked. Oh man, that's the kind of gift that it's like a practical joke. I mean, but he's still kind of like here's at least a little.
It was
bit of money.
funny. Exactly. No, that was a worth it funny one, and trust me, I got some stories later that'll be change your opinion on that. But the other only weird gift that I can say that I really got, when I was 11 and my brother was 13, that was the first time my parents decided to get us airsoft guns.
Oh
Ah,
god!
oh.
Bang, bang, bang went the trolley.
Ouch! Ouch! Ouch!
Ouch, ouch went my
sibling.
brother.
Ouch! 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 Went the sibling.
So yeah, in hindsight, it was a fun idea. We would
Yeah.
get target practice in. We'd shoot some targets. It wouldn't be that bad. In practice,
You
my
were
brother
the targets.
argued.
You were the targets.
Me and my brother wanted to get real good at the moving targets.
Oh god, man.
We would go bang
Curtis
bang.
and his brother have him and his brother have purple hearts.
I get to play Keanu Reeves.
I remember specifically one time Matrix or like the movie Wanted had just came out, so I had like twisted my pistol, and I guess I had shot at the perfect time where the bullet just slightly curved and shot my brother right between the eyes.
Ah,
I wasn't even aiming for him, and it just happened, and I was fucking dying of laughter while my brother's like, I can't tell if that hurt or if that was just fucking hilarious. I'm like,
Oh
I
my
didn't mean
God.
to for all of that.
yeah.
No.
It's just a
For all
prank.
intents and purposes.
Yeah, for what it's worth, I didn't mean to, and you're not blind, so let's not tell anybody about this.
Fucking hilarious, right?
You'll be fine.
Exactly.
Just walk it
I'm
off.
fine.
Walk it off.
Walk it off. But yeah, those are my main, weird gifts that I've gotten. I haven't gotten
Yeah.
anything too crazy, so thank God.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Shane?
that's not bad.
How about
Okay.
you, sir?
Well, I've gotten a couple that I can think of off the top of my head. Two of them are my favorites. I'll list two that are my favorite ones. So one of them it's actually an item that's been kind of passed around in my family. It's what it is a like almost 1 meter tall by like half a meter wide, um, wood lacquer painting. I don't know if you know what those
Okay.
are, but they're basically where they take it and they like carve the wood so it's like
Yeah.
a nice looking piece of wood, and then they like do a painting on it and they put so much fucking varnish over it that the entire thing looks like it's like 5 inches thick with varnish. And like they sell them
Yeah.
for as wall hangings. The thing weighs about 25 fucking pounds. Anyway, one year for Christmas, there was a big box under the tree for me, and I don't normally get very much for Christmas, which is okay by me. I'm really not a want shit kind of person. So like around Christmas time, there was a big box under the tree for me, and I was like, oh well, this is cool. Like like getting something big this year. So I
Right.
open it up, and turns out it's my turn to hold on to the giant ass motherfucking Christmas gift. This like heavy. It's like seriously, it weighs about 10 pounds. There's no way I could mount it on my wall without it. Like I'd need to like drill some studs and like fucking like put in proper mounts to actually hang it on my wall. So I've got it leaning
Jeez.
against the wall right now. But
Right.
there's like a signature on the back of the current owner, right? So what you do is you cross the person above you, you cross their name out, and then you write your name right below it. And there's like a nice little list of names on the back, and several people have been gifted it more than once. But the thing is that you need to give it to someone when they're not expecting it. They can't be
Right.
suspecting it, and if anybody suspects, so you need to wait for a few years. You need to hold on to it for a few years. And it's been in my possession for a couple years now, and it's probably coming up soon. Not this year, but maybe next year or the year after. I will be handing it off to somebody in the family, either my
Hopefully
son
nobody
or
calls it this year.
yeah, no, nobody will. It's they can't. It's mine. I've got it in my house, leaning against the wall.
I know, but hopefully nobody's just like, oh, I wonder if you still got that picture or something like that. 'Cause as soon
Oh
as somebody
yeah,
mentions it,
somebody
then
mentions it, then they'll remember it. Yeah, they'll remember.
yeah, and then
next
you
year.
gotta wait another 3 or 4 years.
Oh,
after
absolutely.
that.
So yeah, exactly. So I'm hoping like nobody's mentioned it the past like year or two. So I'm hoping that they've kind of forgotten about it for now.
Yeah. If they miss
But
it one more year, then you can nail somebody with it next year.
pretty much, yeah. So like then I know I can get it somebody with it, and I don't know who I'm gonna get with it, but I'm thinking like maybe my sister, so she has to figure out a way to fly it back to BC.
I was
Like,
about to say, sisters,
or
that
my
would be.
cousins from down in the States, because they'd have to figure out a way to get it through customs and fly it down to the States.
Ooh, a 25. If it's over
And it's
20
like
pounds
fucking
and it
20
goes through
pounds, yeah.
customs, that's gonna be fucking bitch.
Yeah, it's like a 20-pound thing, right? And they're gonna have to like, yeah, they'll scan it and they'll see that it's like, and it's old too. It's like from the like 50s or 40s, right? It's old.
Oh, not
And
to
so-
mention, fucking with COVID restrictions and stuff, it would have to get cleaned and all that stuff. So
Oh yeah.
that could be
Oh,
in
yeah.
customs for a while. They'd have to pay for all of that.
Oh yeah, man. So that's one of the things about the gift, man, is you never know you're gonna get it, and you never know what you're gonna have to
They
do
don't
in
hear
order
this
to get.
podcast.
Yeah, that's
Gift
true.
it to gift it to the family member that you least like the most,
Oh my
and just
God.
keep reminding them every year. Hey, you still got that painting?
Yeah,
Son
yeah,
of
you
a
got
bitch.
yeah. Just bring it up every year. Make sure to mention it and be like, "Oh yeah, you've still got the
You gotta-
that lacquer
you gotta-
print, don't you?"
You make sure you remember it and remind them like on Christmas Eve,
Oh, straight up, straight up.
So
Make
they're like,
every-
no
make
one's
sure other people
mentioned
in the
it for
family
the
remember it
year?
too.
and they
You
got
wanna
it
make
wrapped
sure-
up, ready to give it to someone. They're just
Yeah,
like,
you
fuck.
want to make sure that everybody in the family hears it too, so they remember, right? Like you want as many.
Make-
So what you do is
you
wait
wish-
for
You make a
every
group
year.
chat.
Well, every
No,
year,
what you-
Yeah,
No. Even better.
Yeah.
You get a Christmas ornament that looks like whatever that lacquer print is of, and bring that the first year to remind people. And as soon as that ornament goes up, you just point it out.
Oh, be like, oh, there's
That
the
makes
tree, yeah.
There's the ornament. Oh yeah, it reminds us of the lacquer print. How is that doing?
Oh my God, yes, that would be great. That'd be great. But what we do
Son
is
of a
what I would do. My end game is every year we have like a giant FaceTime call with the family that can't go to Christmas. Like if they can't make it for whatever reason, they're doing other things or whatever. We have like a giant FaceTime call where like everybody in the family goes on FaceTime or whatever and like gets on a
Yeah.
video chat and talks to each other, and you can't hear shit. But I'll do it during that. I'll be like, oh yeah, the lacquer print. Everybody remember the lacquer print. Don't forget about it. You don't want
Group chat it.
Yeah, and because like as soon as nobody's suspecting it, that's when you can give it away. But you're not allowed to give it away until they're not going to suspect that they're getting it.
Yep. Okay. So
That's what-
anyway,
Get,
lacquer
gift
print
it to
one.
your son.
Yeah.
And you just keep reminding him every year that he has
Oh
it.
dear God, yes.
You can't give it to your son until
No,
like
he's not old enough to know. He's not old enough to appreciate
Ah.
the responsibility of it. Yeah, you need to appreciate the responsibility of it, right? It is something.
He would
that you
literally
don't-
hang it up and be like, "Okay, I'm keeping this forever."
Yeah.
Which, cool, but
Well, no,
You don't understand the
he probably
principle.
just wouldn't care about it at all. He'd probably put it in the closet and just forget about it, and like never give it away because it's just
He's the one who forgot about
He
it.
wouldn't care about it, right? Like he just wouldn't care about it. It wouldn't. So like when he's a little bit
After
older
the
and
age
he's
of
into
18.
yeah, when he's
Yeah.
older and he's into it, that's when I'll probably see if
You'll
he can get hooked up
you'll
with it.
you'll send it to him, and literally
That's when I
until the
got it.
day you
Not when
die,
I was
you'll
18.
remember him. Even if you die, you gotta plan when you die. You gotta plan like,
I'm gonna
how's
plan
that
it,
like
yeah.
your thing? Yeah, you send like you have someone send him.
Well, he's
money
gonna have to.
here,
Well, he's
just
gonna have
like,
to send it off, and then he's gonna have to fucking plan to get it back so it can be sent to him. But
Exactly.
anyway, regardless, the
Yeah.
second object.
So yeah, the second thing is actually it was supposed to be a complete novelty gift for my stepdad, but it actually ended up being one of the coolest things I've ever owned. And what that is a nose flute. Because
Okay.
I'm into music. I love music.
Of
I love
course.
weird and I love weird shit. And so my stepdad one year was like, "Hey man, I'm gonna open your gift for me. I want you to open it like on Christmas Eve because it's like like it'll give you a chance to learn some stuff for Christmas Day." And I was like, "Okay." Whenever he says that kind of thing, it means he bought me an instrument because he's like, "Oh, open your thing now. And that'll give you a chance to learn things before the festival." And I'm like, "Oh, you mean learn a song or whatever, right?"
Right.
So I was like, okay, the box is only, I don't know, small. Like, let's say for our American buddies, like maybe 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches, like in Canadian,
Right.
fucking whatever that is.
Okay.
And so.
doesn't even know.
You give the American
measurement.
estimation, but for Canadians,
I
it's
don't know,
just
like let's say
fuck
20,
you.
let's say however many fucking centimeters that is, Canada. I'm not doing the conversion
20.
right now, but anyway, so what ended up happening? I opened the box, and it's this box that says "The Magical Wonderful Nose Flute," and I was like, "Okay, what the fuck is this?" So I opened it up, and it turns out it's a weird little device that's shaped kind of like a manta ray, and you blow through your it's not like a mouth harp or anything. Like I know what you're thinking,
I know.
Chris, but it's
No, I'm just smacking my nose.
yeah, you would fucking actually probably rock at this instrument, I think. But the way it works is it's shaped like a manta ray, and it has one part at the top that goes underneath your nostrils, and one part that goes over your mouth, right? Like it goes over
Right.
your lips.
Like a
And what you do-
respirator.
yeah, and so what you do is you blow through your nose gently, and the airflow goes through the nozzle piece and makes a whistling noise that you control the pitch of by making different shapes with your mouth. So you can
That's
like make
sick
an
as fuck.
O shape, or like you can be like, oh, like when you take your cell phone and you put your mouth against the speaker and you go wow 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 wow, kind of like that, right? But you can do it with your nose by blowing harder and lighter with that kind of thing, and it's a legitimate flute that you can play full songs.
That's fucking
Like,
awesome.
and so yeah, so I was like sitting there, and within like a second, I was already being like jingle bells and fucking that kind of thing, right, and everything else. But
Right.
it sounds just like almost like a recorder, but you control the key or the pitch with your mouth and the shape of your mouth, and you blow through your nose to make to make the whistle. And
Don't
it's
talk to me until you learn through the fire and the flames.
I honestly I could play because it's not hard. It's like really it's one of the most easiest intuitive instruments to play. Curtis is playing it right now. He's what is it? Air nose harping.
It probably wouldn't be that hard. It's just a matter of fucking being able
like, literally,
to.
it's like being able to go.
Right.
Like blow out through your nose really quickly, and like yeah, using and yeah, there are videos, buds at home. If you Google this, like nose flute, like you'll look it up and you'll see this, and there are
Yeah.
people who are legitimately virtuosos on this shit, doing like full on like and awesome stuff like that. For me, I just
That'd
fuck
be
around
awesome.
with it every now and then. Whenever I find it when I'm digging through my instrument shit, and I'm just going through my miscellaneous
Yeah.
noise box. I'll
pull it
find my
out.
nose flute and I'll be like, and then for like 3 days I'll walk around the house playing like miscellaneous flute songs with my nose and until my wife
I do-
goes like and hides it on me.
I do the same thing with my ocarina.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, you like find it and you're like, oh shit, and you just walk around the house, do 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 do
Oh, yeah.
do 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 do, fucking just like until eventually somebody hides it from you.
It happens more than I'd
Yeah.
like to admit.
Yeah, but honestly,
Um.
those would be my two favorite weirdest gifts. The nose flute's probably like one of my favorite of all time, just because it was such an obscure, weird instrument that I did not know existed. I pictured like a recorder that you stick in your nostril and go like,
Yeah.
but it's much better than that.
I mean, if that's the case, then I would just stick a recorder in
Yeah,
my,
you just
you
stick.
know,
Yeah,
nose.
then you could do two.
But-
You'd put a recorder up each nostril and be all like,
Like the kid on Vine who's like, "It's John Cena."
do 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 do.
Exactly.
Fuck yeah. Now we're gonna
So-
get videos of Curtis trying to play Ocarina with his nose.
You can do it.
You can do it.
Already tried.
I'm
But-
impressed. I just watched a video of a guy doing a Beach Boys cover. I'm impressed.
There
Okay.
you go.
Solid.
There you go. Solid. Solid.
But
But yeah,
so we've gone over gifts that we've received. So
Yeah.
how about gifts that we've given?
Mm.
So these can be either gifts that you've given, or in my case, which I'll explain right now, I don't really give weird gifts. I give gifts in a weird way.
Mm.
As in,
Same.
I'll give you a completely normal gift, completely everything and everything like that. I won't fuck you on the box size and make it a gift card or anything like that.
Yeah.
However, I wrap my gifts with wrapping paper and something else that is not scotch tape, depending on what it is.
Yeah.
Like, for example, one year, in order to tell the presents apart from my dad, my mom, and my brother, I wrapped my mom's gifts in rope, in
Mhm.
very intricate, tightly woven knots.
Like not,
So-
not work.
Exactly. The easiest one to
Boy Scouts
unwrap.
paid off.
Damn right. The
In more
knots
than
were
just the
easy.
bedroom.
Damn right. So the knots were easy to unwrap, or you could just cut them.
Yeah.
My dad's, I did wrapping paper and staples. So that was a little bit harder. You had to pull out quite a few staples in order to even get to the box. And even then, the box was stapled shut. Yours truly, you're welcome. I used like an entire row just to seal the box.
Oh my god.
Exactly, just right down the line, just.
I
Yeah.
would
And
have used
then-
one of them industrial staple guns. Just-
I would
Oh,
have,
fuck
but I
yeah.
didn't want to damage anything, so I just used like the handheld one.
Oh, I would have put it in like a bigger box
Like one of those furniture.
and have
nailing,
like paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those.
See, what you do is you take that, and along the inside seam you put a 2x4 against the inside seam of the cardboard, and then just down the entire strip through the cardboard into the 2x4.
Oh, for sure, but I wasn't.
Nah, yeah,
Planning
that's
on
more
engineering
intricate
like
than
that.
you do,
I was
yeah.
too
Well,
high.
But
Yeah, I was way too high.
but anyway, so yeah, fuck ton of staples for my
Yeah.
dad, and then my brother got the worst of it, duct tape,
Uh,
he got a layer of gift wrap just to protect the box, and then like 3 layers of duct tape over that each gift.
Yeah,
He had fun.
that's a lot of tape.
And over the years, it's just more duct tape. At one point, I like almost encased all of my brother's stuff in plastic and hot glue, so he
Yeah.
literally had to smash all of his gifts.
That's.
I got
fucking
intricate
Giving
with some
me-
shit.
you're giving me good ideas.
Oh yeah, I should be getting on what's gonna be. If you like this, be sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, fucking let us know.
True, if we're helping you out right now.
I have
Helping you
I
out,
have
help
one
us out.
I have one pretty close to that actually.
Yeah,
All right, what you got?
With 1 year with my sister. I bought her a fucking I didn't know what to get her at the time, so I just got her a fucking Steam card for it and
Yeah.
whatnot. So I took the Steam card and I wrapped it into 500 bags that you get from the store, like plastic bags.
Huh?
Oh
I
my
wrapped it
god.
into like 500 bags, yeah.
Oh my god.
And then rubber band it into a ball, and then I gift wrapped it.
That's fucking
Well,
funny. dude.
it recycled those plastic bags so they didn't end up in the ocean
That's true.
immediately.
Well, we had them already. My mom would always store them under the sink, anyways, just because
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
if we
Every
need them
mom-
for something,
every
you
mom
know,
would
or
store
like
those plastic
you
bags.
can use it as a garbage bag for like the bathroom garbage can, or you know
Yeah.
what I mean. Like
Right.
Hell, I
tiny
used to
garbage
store them
cans.
until they stopped using them.
They still use them here, but yeah, that's the only one I can think of. But I really never. I've always thought about it, and then my idea would always go up to my mom and ask if should I do it, and she would always shut it down.
Damn.
Like this,
Every-
well, this year I didn't do it because it was going to be expensive,
Yeah.
but I wanted to get my sister PS5 games of games she wanted, like Mortal Kombat 11, and get it. You want? Oh, here I got you Mortal Kombat 11, but it's for the PS5.
That's funny.
Oh, I
she's
guess
gonna-
I'll just
then-
have to
then
borrow
she-
yours.
yeah,
Wait,
then
what?
Then she's gonna expect a PS5.
Excuse me,
Yeah,
but
then-
she's not getting one.
then she's gonna
Not from
expect a
you.
PS5.
See, now joke backfires if somebody actually got her a
Somebody
PS5.
somebody buys her a PS5, and fucking now she's got a PS5 and a bunch of games she wanted.
Fuck.
So she just thinks you're thoughtful.
No,
and
I've never
hardworking.
actually done it.
Yeah.
Like this year, I wanted to do more. Like my little brother hates Peppa Pig, and they just came out with a Peppa Pig Funko.
Oh
I
Oh my
wanted to
yeah.
get
god.
him that, but it would have been a pre-order, and it would have came out in January, so there was no point.
No, that's one of those things where it'd be a little
No,
bit.
so I haven't really done
I
any like white
I
elephant gifts, to be
I
honest.
did really want to get my dad a fucking 6 foot tall garden gnome for like $1,000
Oh my
just for the
god.
sheer inconvenience
I,
and because we have a very open backyard
That's
that
fucking
leads right
funny.
to a street. So it would
that
be
just
fucking
reminded
beautiful.
me.
People just drive by and there's just a giant garden gnome.
Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah.
structure, we just
That
bought it.
reminded me. I really wanted to get my mom a 6 foot tie, 6 foot high, uh, cardboard cutout of Steve Carell because she hates him so much.
I want to get one of those 12-foot tall Home Depot skeletons.
I
Oh
would have
my
set it up
God,
outside
yes.
Christmas morning, outside her bedroom door. So she just wakes up in the morning, opens the door, and it's Steve Carell.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
then you hook up to the door one of those automatic alarms as soon as the door opens up. Oh God, no! Please no! Oh God!
Oh god, no! Oh my
Or
god.
something.
No!
Or some other stupid shit he said, at least from the office.
Oh, for sure. 100%, man. 100%.
It was,
Oh,
it was
that's.
either that or Danny DeVito.
Oh, Danny. Well, yeah, Danny DeVito would be great.
And then I would have
Right
kept the
next to-
Danny DeVito one, to be
Just put it,
honest.
just put it right next to the bed when they wake up.
Well, no, you put Steve Carell outside her room, and then when she comes out to yell at you, like, "Why is Steve Carell here?" You're just in bed laying with Danny DeVito, like, "Mom, shut up!"
Mom, shut up! You're embarrassing me in front of Danny DeVito.
No, she comes to my room to yell at me. She opens the door and it's just Danny DeVito right
Yo,
there.
Mom, I'm playing Minecraft.
No, it's Danny DeVito in your bed, and he's just turning, looking at the door. So anyway, I started blasting.
Oh my god.
Dude, I'm going to do this now.
Yeah, you
Please.
I'm
gotta
going
do
to
it.
do
Full
this.
Home Alone that
Yeah,
bullshit.
do it.
Next year.
Full send.
Next year, I'm getting the cutouts.
Full
Unless
send.
Steve,
unless I still get one more payment from work this year.
Yep.
If I get one
Full
more
send it.
payment this year from work, I'm going to get the cutout, no matter what.
Do it.
Even if it's not Christmas.
See, this
News.
is dangerous talking about this because Curtis still has his Amazon link open. I know it.
I'm googling
How much? How much is my cutout? That's what I want.
$17.
Seriously?
Really?
Yeah,
I'm doing that now. Send me the link.
Wait, are we talking like full size?
I'm okay. Let me Google that one real quick.
I was gonna say, cause if that's like
Okay,
you
no,
don't-
mini cutout. Sorry.
I need full
Okay,
size,
okay.
man. I need
Ooh,
full
Okay,
size.
full size.
Unless
We're
you wanna
looking
put it close to
$70.
the camera like you do with your
70.
I can't do that
Yeah.
right now.
I was gonna
It-
say because
other
you get the
shit to
mini
pay for.
size. You get the mini size when you're taking it like dick pics when you put the camera your dick closer to the camera so it looks bigger.
Now it's $69.97 for life size Steve Carell in gray blazer. If you want Michael Scott cardboard cutout specifically, that's $80.
I'm just gonna get
Oof.
Steve Carell because she does Steve Carell as a person. So
Yeah.
Actually, I found a cheaper one on eBay for $50.
Oh hey.
Michael
I
Scott.
can't. Yeah, like I said, I can't do that right now. I got other
No,
shit to
yeah.
buy
If it was $17, that'd be
and pay
understandable.
for.
Now, how much
Yeah,
for the
no.
Danny DeVito one?
Yeah.
Sure. So
You know what?
Well,
That's how we're
reviewing
gonna.
that.
That's how we're now gonna measure celebrity net worth. Fucking how
How much
much
the
are their
cardboard cutouts are
cardboard
worth,
cutouts?
That's very, very true. But I know. Well, while you're looking that up, I remember my only real whiteout. I only have
70.
one white elephant gift. Oh, same. Yeah. So they're
Straight
about
up.
equal value.
Actually, no. His on average go for $87.95. His cheapest
Oh.
one goes for $69.
See, I don't think that's fair because a life-size Danny DeVito is substantially shorter than a life-size Steve Carell.
Right, and it's more money.
So yeah,
So
you're
that
right,
means
that's
more
what
money.
Danny DeVito's
So that's even
worth more.
higher.
Danny
Yeah.
DeVito's worth more than Steve Carell. Got it.
And mind
Got
you,
it.
that's just
What
Danny DeVito. That's not Frank
Any
from Always
characters or
Sunny.
anything, yeah, yeah. But
It's
that's
either me or
fucking
nobody.
hilarious. It's hilarious as hell.
Okay, so anyway,
But anyway,
Cheer-
I was gonna say I've got only one one white elephant gift like that I can legitimately like say was a white elephant gift for sure. And what that was is for we did like a Secret Santa white elephant gift exchange one year in my family, and I got my cousin's name, and my cousin's awesome. He's a great guy. He's fucking hilarious, and and he's got a good job, good money, nice house, beautiful wife, everything like that kind of thing. Great guy. And I couldn't think of anything to get him that he would need or want. And I was like, I'm not going to buy him anything schlocky. I'm not going to make him something because he's not fucking 10. Like, like it's like,
Right.
so I couldn't figure out what to get him. So one day, I was like I was out grocery shopping, and I saw a jar of pickles, and for some reason I thought, that's it, I'm buying him a fucking jar of pickles.
Fuck yeah.
So I got a giant jar of pickles. We're talking like a normal jar of pickles, like for a normal human being, does not compute here. This jar of pickles was so large that I doubt you'd be able to fit it in a refrigerator. It was like an industrial size thing of pickles. Like we're talking probably a restaurant would buy this.
Like 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah, like fucking big ass fucking thing of pickles. There was no way that a reasonable person would go through this many pickles in a year. So I bought that for him, and I basically just took it and I wrapped it in a cardboard cylinder, or like not cardboard, but what is it? The Bristol board, like not quite,
yeah,
like
like one of those cylinders for cement.
Yeah, kind of
basically.
like that. And I put it in one of those, like I basically wrapped something like that around it, and I wrapped it and made it like look like a very, very slightly taller, skinnier object, right? So he had no idea what it was, and I was dropping hints that like talking about like space and shit like that. So he'd think maybe it's a telescope and shit because he's really interested in that, and like talking about his 3D printing hobby and everything because he was getting into that and everything else. And weed, he thought maybe I got him a big bong because it was kind of heavy. And like so he thought maybe I got him a big bong or something like that, and I kept him guessing, and I kept dropping hints over and over that it was like, something cool. So day comes, he's like so excited, like he's got all these like little smaller gifts and stuff like that, and he's got my one big gift and stuff, right? So he's like oh shit man, he's like stoked to open that one. So he's like I'm saving that one.
Right.
Fucking opens up every other like gift and stuff like that. He got some pretty cool stuff and everything and whatnot, but he gets to my gift and he's stoked. He opens it up and his face just drops. He's like, seriously, dude, I fucking hate pickles. And I was like, I know. I fucking know, man.
Suck a dick.
I knew he hated pickles, man. I knew from day one he hated pickles.
That's fucking great.
It's so great, man. It's hilarious because he gave me a broken pipe that year. Like he gave me a pipe on purpose. On purpose. It was like a glass pipe that had resin.
That was already broken.
That he had smoked through for a while and it broke and shit. Like, 'cause, like it was just a shitty gift kind of thing, right? So he gave me
elephant gifts all next year now.
So he gave me a broken weed pipe, and he's like, and a thing of glue that was already hardened, like it had like the cap was like stuck on it. It was fucking funny, man. But he hated pickles, but it was great because his fiance was like, "Thank you so much. Like I love pickles." So like.
This is good for me.
Yeah, and apparently she ended up eating like every one of them in like a couple of fucking days, and I was just blown away because this girl was tiny. So I was like,
sounds about right.
Where the fuck did you put all those pickles?
They're the secret ones where you're just like, where?
I didn't actually want to ask her though, because that's an awkward question. Where'd you hide all those pickles?
In my bum.
Whoa, very suggestive.
But yeah, no, but it was a fun. That was like the only one that I've given. That was like a legitimate, like kind of like funny.
That's fun.
Gift. Yeah.
But
it was good shit.
Well, that gets through the ones that we've given, the ones we've received, and now for the ones that you can receive, or the ones that you can get, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, for the last little bit, right before we get on out of here, we're gonna go around and we're gonna say one idea each that we think would be a great idea for you to get for a stoner in your life who doesn't know exactly what they want to get. And there's the obvious stuff. You can get them a bong, you can get them a pipe, you can get them a grinder, something like that. You can get them weed. Yeah, you can get them an eighth. You can get them whatever weed. You can get them a cartridge, everything like that.
4 pounds.
No, stop.
A gallon of...
Stop. 1 gallon of PCP. Okay,
yeah, one whole gallon of PCP.
We're not the Joe Rogan Experience. Let's stop with all that.
Other than the obvious ones, like, bongs, weed, shit like that you can get for a stoner, what are some other gifts that, think outside the box that a stoner would actually want and use? And we'll go around and all say our ideas.
Yeah.
I will go first. Lots of rubbing alcohol and salt.
Yep, bong cleaning.
I'm a man who smokes a lot of my bong, and I need it clean a lot. Rubbing alcohol and salt are super cheap, super easy, and I will use them a lot.
You could literally buy them before you go to the person's house with at literally any drugstore.
It's literally like $1 per bottle for
Yep.
big bottles of the 90% stuff, which is the good stuff.
Just buy me one of them 10 gallons you get at fucking Home Depot.
Oh my god.
Fuck yeah. Oh yeah, buy them a
that's good
5-gallon
gift.
bucket too to submerge the entire thing in.
Yeah, it's a good gift. I mean, honestly, it's one of those things that any bong smoker or glass smoker would definitely appreciate.
For sure.
Yeah.
On top of that, also just alcohol wipes fucking are also great. They fucking clear off fucking resin from bowl pieces, little bowls, anything like that.
Yep.
Quickly clean up if you're passing it between people. Stay safe for COVID, shit like that.
Yeah. And they make your butthole feel cool when you wipe your butt with them.
Exactly. Or in general, just bong cleaning stuff. They have stuff called 420 formula that's really good for cleaning your bong. They make little stops that go into the ends of your bong, so you don't have to hold it with paper towel or anything.
So if you see
Keeps all the
those
water
things
and
on the
shit.
table in Curtis's future videos, they are not butt plugs, they are bong plugs.
That's specifically why I'm not putting them in the video. No discretion.
No discretion is advised.
No discretion because they do not exist. So, yeah, just stuff to clean glass pieces would be my suggestion. Because I think unless you get it for a stoner, they're going to forget unless they're already responsible.
Yeah.
And if they are responsible, fuck it, they're going to go through it eventually. So, good on you. Get it for them.
Yeah. Supplies, long-lasting supplies, good thing to have.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Or just a refill on the supplies they have.
Absolutely.
With that, Shank, what do you got in mind? What's something that a stoner in your life would love that's not actually weed?
Something really interesting that I saw online, I've seen it online several times now, and I think it's fucking ballin'. If you want to make one of your friends feel like a badass, you can buy 24 karat gold smoking gift sets. Like, it's basically like it comes with like a lighter. It comes with fucking papers that are 24 karat gold.
Nice.
So you can straight up roll like actual gold.
A gold
joints,
leaf fucking
like
joint.
actual, like a gold joint. And there's no way that wouldn't make you feel like a complete fucking baller.
Does it have
Just,
gold
like,
grinder and shit everything too, or?
Yeah, they've got.
What does it have?
In this kit that I've got it here. Just 1 second here. And this gift box specifically comes with comes with just 1 second. Let me get rid of that. They're trying to maybe buy something here. So for the smoker who has everything, there's a one-of-a-kind gift box. Inside the handsome package, you'll find a 2-pack of 24 karat gold rolling papers, perfect for rolling the flashiest joint you've ever seen. There's also a 24 karat gold king-sized cone that's pre-rolled and ready to be filled. And the trio is completed with a brand new lighter that's also gold wrapped. And you can get to appreciating the box immediately. You just open it up and comes with the lighter and the papers and everything like that. So even if they didn't bring a lighter with them, you buy some herb, you buy some of those, and smoke the fucking flashiest pre-Christmas dinner joint you've ever smoked in your life.
Damn right. Or your fanciest fucking New Year joint ever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Man.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where I'm sure that it's completely wasteful. It's entirely stupid. There's no point to it. There's that's it's the kind of gift that it's literally made for an experience, and I love those kind of things. Because very rarely do you remember objects as opposed to moments around those objects. So if I feel like if someone bought me a 24 karat gold joint, we smoked a 24 karat like pre-roll cone giant fucking joint.
Yeah.
That would be a memory. I'm like, yeah, man. Like that'd be Instagrammable. That'd be one of those moments in your life that you show that make people think that your life is perfect on Instagram. And goes in tight. But yeah, no. So it's really cool, man. And I honestly think that those would be fantastic. Personally, I would enjoy them because I'm a huge joint guy. And honestly, they're only $44 for this kit, at least that I'm looking at. So it's like really
That's not
fucking
bad.
yeah
Not bad
for 3 pre-rolls that are literally made of gold. Like fuck, that's pretty sick. Pretty sick. So yeah, that would be a gift for me or because I know a lot of people who smoke, and I'm sure that any of my stoner friends would appreciate getting that as a gift.
Oh yeah. It's one of those things where you don't think you would buy it for yourself unless you were really into that kind of stuff, but if somebody bought it for you, you would be into that stuff.
Exactly. Like I probably would not buy a pack of
I mean,
gold
shit.
papers just to roll myself a joint, but
But if somebody bought me gold papers, I'd
you
roll a
damn
joint
right.
with those
Oh, you damn right. Yeah,
all
I'd
the
keep
time. I'd
one.
smoke
Well,
all of
since it
them.
comes with three, I'd keep one like permanently. Just keep one, just to have it, and
Right.
then smoke one of the rolled, like roll one myself, smoke that one, and then the pre-roll cone, I'd smoke that too. So I'd
See,
get smoke two joints, save the other one, and just kind of keep it like frame it or something.
I was gonna say frame it with a whole bunch of other papers displayed around it and shit like that, different
Absolutely,
kinds.
yeah, hundred
Put that one
percent,
in the
man.
center.
Like put it
But
in some
anyway,
kind of collection.
hell yeah. Um. So yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
Isaac, do you have any idea for a stoner that they would need
Need?
Or
or
No.
that
want.
they would want?
Want maybe? Want maybe? Yeah. Let's see. I see this thing. I see this thing on that gets advertised to me all the time on Facebook
Yeah.
for some fucking reason, and it's like this glass piece that looks like a brass knuckle that you could fill with water and you could put a little joint at the other end.
Oh
Oh.
yeah, one of those joint bubblers.
Oh, that's cool,
Yeah,
man.
it's like it looks like a fucking
Like
like
glass
I just said,
knuckles with
brass
a.
knuckles, like a brass knuckle, but it's glass, and yeah, you could smoke
Like
fucking
some
joints
like
out of
glass
it.
knuckles.
Yeah, glass knuckles. So there you
Yeah,
go.
glass knuckles, but with like a joint
Um,
holder on the front. That'd be sick.
I don't know.
It's not a
Maybe if
joint
you got
holder.
you
The
got
whole thing is a
money.
peace shank, and then it fucking has water inside that bubbles. So as you
Oh, nice.
smoke,
So it's
the
just a
joint
bubbler.
turns into a bubbler. It
Yeah,
turns
so
your
it's just a
joint to a
bubbler that
bubbler.
turns your joint into a bubbler. I would love that, man. That'd be killer.
Fuck yeah.
That'd be cool shit, man. I would definitely, yeah, I'd use that. I'd use the hell out of that. Like,
Fucking want the shit out of that.
yeah.
Or if you want to give someone that that reminds them of their roots when they first started, and they're hiding it around. They don't got any papers,
Yeah.
bongs, glass, or anything. You buy someone the fancy fruit apple. That's just something you smoke. You put the weed on top, and you just smoke it out the glass apple.
Oh, it's a glass apple. Glass apple pipe. Nice.
Huh.
That wouldn't be
Or
bad.
if you also have money, as I just looked into, you can get your friend an ounce of Loud Dream that goes for $800 an ounce.
Yeah, just get him weed. Well, if we're talking
If you
gifts,
have
okay,
money, I'm saying if
like
you have
I
money,
have one that's a good
I
gift
can't
for
think
a
of really
stoner
anything.
that is not directly a stoner accessory, but will be the best accessory that you could ever buy for a stoner ever in any
What's
capacity.
that?
A coffee grinder, a nice electric coffee grinder. If
Oh
you
yeah.
buy, yeah, just a nice, good quality Braun electric coffee grinder. You buy that for any stoner or anybody who smokes in your life and smokes cannabis in your life, and it doesn't matter if they drink coffee or not. It is the best cannabis grinder you can ever get. Like it will grind cannabis faster, more efficiently, and collect crystal better than any like hand grinder out there, and it requires minimal effort. So it's one of those things where if you've got arthritis in your hands or anything like
Right.
that, it's better than buying a specific made hand grinder because I see those online for 70, 80, $90 for the electronic grinders that you just press a button and it
Plus,
grinds your
most of the
weed.
time, the coffee grinder will beat it and grind it fast enough so it
Yeah.
doesn't actually fuck up the terpenes or anything.
Exactly. So you end up spending $20 on a Braun coffee grinder, and it will be better and more efficient and longer lasting than one of those electronic hand grinders that you can typically buy online that are more of a novelty. They are cool,
Yeah.
but those are more of a novelty. If you want to buy something that's efficient, I cannot highly recommend enough for the stoner in your life. Like if you love a stoner, you buy them that electronic coffee grinder, and it will see a lot of use. I still have mine from, I don't know, it's been with me for over a decade. I don't use it as frequently anymore, but it still works just as well as
Right.
the day I got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And that's a great gift for anybody out there that if you don't feel like going and buying a bong or a pipe or anything like that, like you're more straight edge, but you know that the people in your life are kind of fans of that cannabis. That's something you can just pick up at literally any fucking like
Right.
superstore, any Walmart, any Canadian Tire, or I guess what did they have down in the states for that? Like Kent, do they have Kent or like some kind of fucking like
Walmart.
home hardware? If home hardware,
Oh.
homeowners
Oh, fucking
talking
Home Depot.
homeowners.
Big
Home Depot,
lots.
Depot. Lowe's.
yeah, you get it. Yeah, Lowe's, that's a good one. Yeah, like that kind of shit. You can literally pick it up at any of those kind of places.
Exactly.
And it's a great gift for stoners. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Well,
straight up.
That's good. Well, with all of that, hopefully it's given you some ideas if you are still a little stuck on any of the stoner in your life. You got some ideas now, hopefully, and
Comment on one of our stuff, and we'll
Yeah.
we'll let you know more ideas if you comment. We'll comment
exactly.
back.
If you're stuck, let us know. We'll help you out.
Yeah.
We
You
could
can
also
buy
give
your
you some
friend
more.
the Miley Cyrus bomb.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We can also give you help on how to.
$70,000.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Okay, never mind. We can also give you help on.
Is the Hannah
Hold on.
Montana bong cheaper?
No, it's literally the bong Miley Cyrus used in that video.
Oh, okay. I
When
thought
it-
it, I
like
thought
in
it was like
2011.
I thought it was actually a Miley Cyrus bong, and there was
Oh,
gonna be a
no.
Hannah Montana bong that was really just the same
No,
bong.
it's
wearing a
it's literally the
bong.
bong Miley Cyrus used in 2011 in
Oh.
that video that everyone was pissed about.
Whatever.
So anyway,
I want to use this bong.
I want to
Well,
use
what
this
about-
bong too, so I'm gonna smoke it real quick.
Yeah.
Hopefully you buds at home, you have your bongs packed. It is time to blaze it. Toke shkaboke.
There's a golden encrusted skull bong for 100K.
Jesus.
Pirate ship bubbler. It's literally like a big bubbler machine.
Yeah, we'll have a discussion in the future, like a nice long discussion about like artisan
Expensive
bongs
pieces.
and expensive
Smokable
pieces, because,
watermelon?
man, that is a whole other galaxy of interesting things. I follow a lot of artists.
We've
on
talked
Instagram.
about it before recently, but
Yeah.
it don't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. For right now, it has been fun. Thank you, buds, so much for listening in. And we're going to roll one for the road, and hopefully you join us next week on the Good Buds podcast.
Absolutely, buds. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this podcast with every single person that you pass on the street as viciously as you can, but still in a friendly way.
It's Christmas time. You don't want to scare anybody.
I know,
Isaac-
remember, Santa's watching.
Absolutely. Isaac, thank you
Always
so much for joining us.
Cheers.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
And-
having you here.
And with all that being said, later, buds.
Later.